Than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
Ready? Blue ready.
Check. Check 52.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Absolutely.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Easy. Check Mike 45. Not today, you are. Not today.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Flip it. Easy. Hey.
Check 45.
Wait. Hot.
You don't want that.
Let's go.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Black 22.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
Let's go.
On the draw, they go to Geis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Ready. Black 22.
45. Rabbit.
Hey, stop. Hey, easy.
Pick the edge. Come.
Let's go.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Winston now from the 50. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Ready. 59. What we got?
Play action. Now Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 89 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefit to that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, even.
Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, this is Geis, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long for Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. All already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base does. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Green, come team. Check 45 to Mike. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all
Flip it.
From the 31, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Watch time. Tight end run.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On second down, it's Harris, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 21-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check pass.
Wait. Easy. Come on. Sunday. Let it go.
Jameis to throw it. Now he'll let it go deep left side. It got his man complete. A big pickup of 38. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a handoff. Geis going right. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kalen Ballage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. On 3rd down, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Forced out to Jackson, hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
45. Mike, 45. Here we go. Check your hot read.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It's caught by Mike Evans. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
Single.
They go play action with Jackson. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And it's complete. Hooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Atlanta.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Get ready.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Joseph is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had guys
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Jackson looking deep for Julio. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And an alley to run. The 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Now Jackson from the gun on third down. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They go play action now. Jackson. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. This is Harris. Torrey McTyer there on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, No yardage to be found.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Shift. Hey, Alpha. Ready?
From the gun, Eason. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 24. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
60 Pittsburgh.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Geis, they'll try to run it. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the twist. Check 3. Check.
There you go. Deep rip.
Again, Geis. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the scores. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Play action. It's Jackson. Airing it out deep for Smith. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Alert flash.
Take up.
Running is Barber. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Geis. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
On the set.
Set the tone, defense.
Stand.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Ready?
He's back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Come on.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. It's Geis on the counter. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
General West.
Switch it. Watch the edge. Check 9.
Fire.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. We'll hold this. Switch.
They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This fielded at the 2.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Hey, watch this.
Now Balaj. Right through him.
Boom, bam, biff.
23 yards the pickup there. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Safety creep. Bang, bang. Go.
Out of the gun, Geis. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. Check 13. Check. Fresno. 45 to Mike. 45 now.
Balaj. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Got it.
45. Mike, 45. Watch the run, watch the run. Check three, check three. Kill, kill, kill.
Get up.
Kill, kill. 45's the mic.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
45. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Hit it.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Off to Geis on the screen. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Ready, ready.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15, line it. 15 line. Hard, hard. Hey, lock it.
Here we go.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Shoot.
Now a toss. This is Geis. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Big game, big game. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Kill, kill, kill.
Protein spill.
Mike, check, check. 59, 59. I got it. Check the backer, check the backer.
Fight.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.